Hello everyone and welcome to the official SWGT YouTube channel. My name is Sarusa. Today we're taking a look at SWGT update 6.19.12 through 6.22.2, and so let's dive in. The first few update lines today involve the homepage, and so first and foremost there is a new Summoners War active codes section. This is all maintained by the community, so I'm not reading APIs or anything else. There is no such thing. But essentially you can click on the plus sign, you can add a code, enter in all of the energies in summoning stones and so on and so forth. You press add, it'll go through and validate the code, and it'll add it onto the site. So another great tool. SWQ.jp ended up no longer working anymore, and so I have stepped in and added it to SWGT so that we don't lose that overall functionality. So really nice feature. I have gotten a lot of feedback as far as adding a copy to clipboard icon for the Android users that are not currently at their Android devices. And I have gone through as well as there's a separate dedicated link that you can go to, which is going to be swgt.io/gamecodes, and this will take you right to the site. All the codes expire automatically, and the functionality on the game codes page is exactly the same, where you can click on the plus sign and add a new code, or do a launch, or copy and paste your links. Going back to the homepage, we also have a updated homepage tile for the summoned monsters. I have added in the natural stars for each of the summoned monsters, just so that people can see as people are summoning LD5s and NAT5s and that kind of thing. It just helps to stick out better. The next update line takes us over to my profile page, and this will be on guild sites and on the normal public site. If you go to setup and you go to my profile, this page has gotten a complete rework. So first and foremost, I have gone through and redone the entire my profile section. It used to be individual lines for everything, and it was starting to get super tall, so I have consolidated everything down to a little bit more compressed look and feel. I also have gone through and changed out how the dark mode configuration works, and showing you whether it's currently enabled or disabled. That was something that was actually missing on the previous my profile page. And as always, if you click on the gear icon, you can change your overall settings and press save, and off you go. While we're here, I've also added a new setting for notifications, and so you can now customize which notifications you actually get. And so if you click on that gear icon on your my profile page, you can see that I can come through here and toggle off certain notifications. So really nice functionality. I have the same functionality on the notifications icon in the top right corner. If you choose the gear icon, you can save that there. And when you press save, it will, of course, update your notification settings, and those will be either turned on or turned off. It should be noted that you cannot turn off your forgotten password, your change password, your change email, or your reset email notifications. Those are things that I think that ought to be core to the platform, and you should receive a notification regarding those. The next update line takes us over to the account summary. And so there was an issue with the farming priority. I was in here looking at some other code, and I did notice that the intangible runes are not being included in Necro or in the spiritual realm if you have those farming priorities required. And so I have gone through and added those. So that now makes giants, dragons, Necro, and spiritual realm all essentially weighted exactly the same, whereas before they were only being weighted on giants and dragons. So your scores might change a little bit, but otherwise a little bug that had to get fixed. Switching ourselves over to the monster catalog, I have gone through and added the TEKKEN8 collaborations in here. And so all the monsters have been added, all their skills have been updated, so on and so forth. And while we are in here, if we take a look, if we clear our catalog and we look for instance, Josephine, I have gone through and added in the awakening bonus for monsters now. You'll see this also on your monsters page and on the collection page and so on and so forth. If we go over to the account analytics and we go to rune detail, the next update line is on some of these multi-select boxes. I have gone through and added the option to select all. So I have gone through and checked all of the drop downs that have multi-select, and I have made the select all applicable anywhere that makes sense. So for example, markings makes sense where you might want to choose all of your markings and then unselect one of them. So just a nice little quality of life there. The next update lines are actually two bugs. So most of them involve Team Builder. And so there was a bug with the SWGT personal logger plugin where live sync was not working with Siege runes. And so when you went, for example, if you went to go and add in a new team, it would not add in those runes properly. There was also a bug with equipping current artifacts and runes with RTA or Siege builds in Team Builder as well. So I have gone through and made those fixes. So if you, for instance, came here and you did change, and let's say this was a Siege build, if you went to equip current, it wasn't equipping it properly because there was a bug in the back end. So that bug is fixed as well. Switching over to the guild side, if we go over to guild and we go to Team Builder and we go into one of our teams, I have gone through and added in notes into the assignments. So, and also reorganized a few of these buttons to make things look a little bit nicer. So just again, some quality of life things where you can go through and add in notes. So if you wanted to make a specific speed for a specific person, you can tell them how you want them to go through and build things. Players can, of course, see their own notes. So that is a really nice thing. So this just helps guild leaders go through and do some planning. And the last update line takes us over to the Siege Planner. So for a function that a lot of people don't really know about, there is a button here that allows players to say that I will build this team. I have gone through and made a tweak now where guild leaders can use this tool and use the dropdown that I want this person, for example, to go through and build this team. And then again, I added in notes so that way we can communicate to the player base, what we want them to go through and build for this base. So really nice functionality for planning for guild leaders. Again, the difference between the Siege Planner and the Team Builder. The Team Builder requires player JSONs for everybody, of course. That's just how that function works overall. And the Siege Planner map, of course, does not. So this is just a hypothetical what if. So this is more useful for saying, I need, 30 Claras and 10 Pernas and so on and so forth. But now, of course, down on the bottom, all of the player notes are there. All of these are grouped by the actual defense itself. So you can see that I have a total of, for example, 2 of the Tessa, Byung-Chung, and Audrey being built. And then here are my 2 players. I can go through and add in here notes as well. And as I save them, of course, the players get communicated those notes. And that's it for today. I just wanted to say a thank you to all the Patreon members who subscribe to SWGT and to all the people that constantly give feedback about the platform. It's only through your support and efforts that SWGT is what it is today. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. We all make SWGT better together. And with that, don't forget to smash those like buttons and I'll see all of you on the battlefield.